All right. Let's do this. Let's start
I
over.
digress.
So I'll do my name. I'll do my name. Will, then you introduce yourself, and then I'll introduce our three hosts that we have. Our two new hosts and our one guest, and then we'll go on and ask them a few questions. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So don't say anything until after I introduce myself.
Yes, master.
Psh.
Shut the up. You sleep tonight. Wait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know where you sleep.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. You're listening to My Little Pony Brotherhood of Bronies podcast. Oh yeah! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you may be. This is the My Little Pony Brotherhood of Bronies podcast. Woo! Yay!
Yay!
I am your ever faithful host, Flameburst, and with me is my good friend.
A Canadian.
And joining the podcast today, we are pleased to welcome on two new hosts. Prince cannot be here today, guys, but instead we have the great Grim Garlic. Say hi, Grim.
Hello.
And our first Pegasister is joining the cast. Everyone say hi to Cotton Kiki.
Hello.
Hi, Cotton.
Hi.
I wasn't creepy at all.
Not creepy
Well.
at all.
And finally, before I forget, we also have our first guest host on this episode, and that is my good friend from another podcast, Choli. How you doing, Choli?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey there.
Hi.
Hey
So-
there, hey there, sailor.
I guess before we start off the episode, we'll get to know the new guys here a little quick. So we'll start with Grim. Grim, how long have you been a brony?
To be honest, not that long. Maybe since the beginning of this semester here, since Canadian and I actually go to college together.
Yup.
So, like the first few weeks, he actually introduced me to ponies, and at first I was really hesitant, thinking, "Well, they're ponies." But now I'm here, so there you
Yeah.
go.
and during a class, I totally called you out.
Yeah, you did. That was
You,
horrible.
you were like, thanks for calling out the closet brony.
Well, you can't stay in the closet for too long when you're a brony.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah. All right. So I guess since you already answered my second question, we'll move on to the last one. Favorite My Little Pony character?
Oh, obviously it's Fluttershy.
Okay. And all right, why do you like Fluttershy so much?
Why do I like Fluttershy? Why not? I say. But if you want a specific reason, I'd probably say just her personality really connects with me since I was like that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And you can tell it now, but I was very, in the closet about everything. So, okay, that sounds worse than it needs to, but you know what I mean.
All right. Moving on, we move on to our like I said before, our first Pegasister, Cotton. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Cotton is going to be leading our music sessions from now on. So, first question again: how long have you been a brony, and how did you come across it?
Let's see. I think how long I've been a brony would be around the episode of actually I guess around the second episode I was a brony.
Of course.
Oh, nice.
Of course,
And-
that fast.
I came around in a really roundabout way. I had subscribed to somebody's YouTube channel who did parodies of like video games. And for a long time, he did nothing at all. And then I got a random email that he did something. And when I went to his page, it was all ponies. And I was so confused. And I said, well, maybe his little sister uses his YouTube account. So I started watching what he posted. And that was it.
All right. Okay. Okay. Last question: who is your favorite character,
Pinkie Pie.
and why Pinkie Pie?
She reminds me about herself. She can be pretty random. She's pretty happy most of the time. But she has her moments. She's still, got emotions and everything. She's just not 100% happy all the time.
But she's pretty close. She's pretty close.
She's pretty close.
When she's not murdering Rainbow Dash in her basement.
Yeah, well, we all do that once or twice.
Yeah, the same. We all murder the same pony the same time every other
Once
day.
or twice.
Yeah.
It's like Batman.
Okay. No, I love how we start talking about cupcakes, and now I have this Pinkie Pie plush doll, and I'm holding it. So
Not creepy at all.
All right, hold on,
Just looking at you.
all right, we're gonna introduce Choli here, and then I have a
Hello.
great story for all the listeners about
Uh-oh.
Pinkie Pie. So, all right, so Choli, welcome. It's nice to talk to you outside of our other podcasts.
Hey, yeah.
We'll throw a little plug in for it here. For those of you who remember the Lego toy line Bionicle, Choli and I are big fans of it, and Choli works full-time with another podcast called the BSO1 Podcast, so you can check them out. They actually inspired this show, and so just want to give shout out to all my BSO1 fans and all my fellow Bionicle fans, and go check out the BSO1 Podcast.
It's bs1podcast.com, I guess.
Yep, Choli's a full-time host on there, so if you love Choli and want more Choli,
Love
me! It's a great way to get
no
it.
thanks,
So,
I'm good.
Choli, how long have you been a brony, and how did you come across it?
Well, interestingly, you just started talking about the Bionicle community. It came from there. None of you, except for you, probably around there, but there's a lot of people there who are also bronies, and honestly, I blame all of them.
Well,
It's like everyone was talking about it like nonstop, and I was like, okay, what the heck is going on here? So I was like, okay, check an episode. Looks alright. Then I was like, okay, I check a few more, and then suddenly I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good.
Well, I actually saw, someone said, it's like, is this whole brony phase like taking over our fandom? And someone just replied back, well, why not have both? And they had Bionicle or pony versions of all the Bionicle characters. I was
I need to see that.
Rule
Yes, that doesn't
68
exist.
at
That's
its
stupid.
finest. You guys know what Rule 68 is, right?
No.
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 Well, you know
Yep.
what Rule 34 is.
Yeah.
Well, everybody
Well-
knows 34. Shut
Well,
up.
it's
This
just
isn't
the
like-
rule has been doubled. And now Rule 68 states that anything that exists in the world, there's a pony version of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one.
Oh.
So
That one.
the
that
rule
makes
has
sense.
been doubled.
Times.
Huzzah!
I
Huzzah.
thought you were going for like Zombieland thing. It's like rule 4, remember to run.
Yeah.
There are
Always,
actually
always buckle your
some
seatbelt.
rules of the internet, and that's probably the most famous one. They were created by Anonymous and whatever.
Okay, neat.
All right. Well, so quick before we begin, I gotta tell my Pinkie Pie story. So I'm over at my girlfriend's, right, and it's getting late. Like she falls asleep, whatever. So I get up and I leave and I drive back home. And then by the time I get home, it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I'm tired. It's dark out. I just want to go to bed. Doesn't help. I've been watching like the X-Files and Paranormal Activity and stuff for the last week.
Oh,
So
Lord.
I walk in our apartment. How our apartment is set up, it's a big like living room space area, a small like little kitchenette on the side, Will's bedroom. He gets the bedroom because it's his apartment, and then a bathroom. The door to Will's bedroom is closed. I sleep on the futon out in the living room. Instead of being pressed up by the computer and over by the TV like it normally is, my futon is sitting in the middle of the room, and on it is this giant demented-looking picture of Pinkie Pie. And it's got these little plants all over it. I'm like, what the heck? And I look over, and it just says, "Don't fall asleep." Walking around with this
dear.
Canadian passed out watching Paranormal Activity. I'm freaking out now, wondering what the heck he's going to do. I did not sleep that night, and I stayed up all night watching ponies.
Well,
So
Yeah,
that's the way I could
Well,
feel.
naturally, when you get a death threat with a picture of a pony on it, you stay up all night watching ponies.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only way to cure yourself.
It was
Especially the Pinkie Pie episodes.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It
See,
was
that was a brilliant ploy by me to get you to watch more ponies because you don't watch enough ponies.
I just haven't kept up with
Jeez.
the show. I go in like spurts where I'll watch like 20 episodes in a row and then, be all caught up. It's like, okay, well, it's time to be clueless on Memebase for another 5 months. So, all right. So, yeah, now that story's out of the way, let's move on to quick talk about our last podcast. We thank everyone for all the great feedback. And we got a lot of great reviews on both the YouTube video, and we got one really great one from Pinkamy and Diane Pie, the author of one of the fanfics we covered. Again, we'd like to just apologize for not letting you know sooner that we were going to use it, but we promise from now on, if we're going to use your story or whatever
We promise if we're going to use anybody's story, we'll tell you.
in advance, just to let you know. All right, so some reviews we got from Naruto. Naruto sucks a big ball on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Great name.
A big Dragon Ball.
It's a true
no,
name.
I got my series mixed up.
Yeah. Awesome podcast. Keep up the good work. And then DJ Slayazizer did like the Wabu Rainbow Dash face, and it looks like I don't know. It's just hard to describe.
So awesome.
We'll throw a little picture up there. Also, Fur Group said, "You really know what you're doing." And then Dobramu said, "Do such tomfoolery." So that's all for episode
And
one.
the first thing I thought of was Tom, the Rock. I was like, oh God, what does he mean by Tom?
And Pink Amina left us a great review, and we know we got all the audio issues figured out. So thanks for everyone for putting up with those audio issues.
Yeah, that was unbearable.
Yeah. Oh God, that was so bad.
It was.
What we ended up having to do was we had to record the recording of our voice.
We must go deeper.
Exactly. Like that's what we had to end up doing because our recording got so screwed up.
Recordception.
So with that, we'll move on to pony news. So the first news coming from the world of memebase.com is their Meme Madness tournament. And for those of you who haven't been following it, it's like March Madness with all the college basketball teams, which nobody outside of the South really cares about.
Hey! I live in the South.
Well,
that's not true. I know people who actually do care.
I know. It's just I have no interest in basketball like whatsoever.
And we have a bias because we're hockey fans and we're
Yeah. There's that whole
Right.
there's just that whole rivalry. Anyway,
You come to where I live and tell them you don't care about basketball.
You come to where I live and tell them that you don't care about hockey. What are you
Maybe I will.
Come at me, bro.
Anyway, moving on to the news. So in honor of March Madness, they did a Meme Madness tournament where you vote on your favorite memes. They had 4 different brackets: the advice animals, classic memes, rage faces, and then finally a forced memes bracket. But it got a little interesting in the forced memes bracket. Obviously the Bronies were in it. In the first round, Bronies took on the Brazers logo and won pretty handedly. Moving on to the next round where they faced the Fruitmen. Now here's where the story gets interesting. Apparently, the mod who was running this bracket posted that particular round was going to be opposite day. So if you wanted to vote for the Bronies, you actually had to share the Fruitmen logo, and vice versa. A lot of people didn't really read that or get it, and the other moderators
didn't make any sense.
Yeah, the other moderators found out about it, and they fired the guy. No joke. And they decided just to have Bronies be the default winner, and just made like all the memes like Brony memes. So the final matchup was I Bronied, and it was the I lied Brony face versus My Little Testa, which was a Chuck Testa version of or a pony version of Chuck Testa. So Bronies won, and the mod called back, I guess, the next day crying for his job back. Didn't get it.
No.
So basically, Bronies won by default. So right now, you can go to memebase.com and vote for the Brony fandom.
We're up against the Trollface.
Yeah, we're up against Trollface. And actually, right now, it's Business Cat versus 6C Spider-Man. So later in the week, you'll be able to vote for Trollface and Trollface versus Bronies, where I honestly think that the Bronies are going to win. I'm
going to vote for Trollface because
Well, Trolly, you just GTFO.
well, because I think they should have like seeded the bracket or something, because I think that's if you would have had like Trollface versus Business Cat or 6C Spider-Man, it would have been a washout. And same with the Bronies. So putting those two up against each other is kind of like that's going to be the championship match, and whoever wins that is going to win for sure.
Yeah.
So
I kind of agree though. Bronies are gonna win because you can't stop the herd. I mean, seriously.
So yep. So just make sure that all you meme-based users keep in with that, and you can share as many times as you like. There's no limit to the amount to share. So vote early and often.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing it. You gotta share. You gotta care.
That's what I said.
Oh. Well, now we got a hipster here.
Cotton the hipster. Oh boy. All right. Go ahead, Cotton.
Well, I was just saying, you know me.
Yep.
I knew everything before it was cool.
Whatever.
I listen to bands before they exist.
Oh,
exactly.
Good luck with that.
I made those bands.
I made those bands.
I upload the spoiler clips of My Little Pony. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. All right. So moving on the news, of course, there were 2 new episodes that were released since our last podcast, and they were Dragon Quest and Hurricane Fluttershy. I have not had a chance to view the
I know,
episodes,
I love those.
obviously, but
No.
God, that's a shamble.
the basic
I
plot.
can't believe you
Well, I
would
just
do this podcast
I know.
I haven't had
without
a
watching those first.
Sorry.
He calls himself the host.
What's up with that?
I just run this. I don't have to pay attention.
Yes, you do.
That's your guys'
Yes, you
job.
do.
Who's gonna run this bitch?
Dragon Quest is when he goes off on that dragon migration to try to find out,
Yeah.
like,
What
how to
dragons are
be a dragon.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
And
My bad.
He sticks up for his pony friends at the end. It's like they. You know what?
Right.
You want to see how ponies react when confronted by dragons? They run away.
Okay.
And that running away saved their lives.
Yeah.
And they've
Spike.
already
Spike hides from Angry Phoenix using adorableness.
It is great. Crackle is the best dragon.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, we'll bring up an old issue here. So I want to know,
No.
how is Crackle not offensive, but Derpy is?
How is Crackle offensive?
Trolls.
Just
Yeah,
fill me in here.
Trolls.
You know what? I have to honestly say that it probably all has to do with the name. Because Derpy herself wasn't really offensive, but once they actually tried to canonize her and they put the name, it was the name that everyone got angry about.
Yes.
And since you don't know about Crackle Choli, he's just this dragon. He had like 8 feet, and he had this cross-eyed look on his face.
Oh, that guy. I remember him. I was wondering why the name was offensive. I was like, what?
No, it wasn't the name, but just like his whole like personality. How that's okay.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's so much goofy characters like that, but they really did a lot more with Derpy, and when they brought it
Yeah.
to question, the scriptwriter herself realized it was offensive on a sensitive, on a personal level too.
We'll see.
Well, from what I
read,
heard,
she actually
from what
has a
I've-
kid.
eh.
Listen to
Damn.
Cotton.
Okay,
I
you
was
go
going to say the
first.
same thing Will was about to say.
Yeah, she actually has a kid who is mentally handicapped, and when she first was writing the episode, she didn't find any offensive nature to it, and then people explained it to her, and then she's like, "Oh, I guess I see it." So
So yeah,
That-
the
that
scriptwriter
doesn't make-
herself wanted
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't. No, they really didn't explain it to her. They misinformed her, telling her that derp was a slang. Was from the beginning a slang against mentally
Well,
challenged people,
So they
it,
just
which
all
it never has
depends.
been. So
It all depends on who you ask.
I've never heard it used that way, but apparently some people say it is, so I have no idea. All I know
Well,
is that
you
we should just
know.
make up our own offensive term for like a group of people and just just the word that. Well, actually, that's a slang against people who have brown hair.
well, it's like
Hey.
Yeah.
Panda Poodoo from Star Wars. I mean, it makes no sense, but somehow it's offensive.
Yeah.
Okay, I just nerded out there. I'm sorry.
No, that's
No,
I
okay.
mean,
It's fine. We're
No,
all
we all understood.
No, it's pretty silly.
yeah.
The whole thing was just
But,
pretty silly.
yeah, I gotta
mean,
wonder.
And then I kind of feel bad because I know that there was a DeviantArt user and Yamino, and everyone got
Yes,
on her
okay.
case pretty bad. They all
But,
thought
like-
that she was the actual cause of it.
Oh gosh. Yeah. One person on DeviantArt named a pony. Just
Well,
Okay.
she didn't like the Derpy name, so when Derpy got changed,
ah.
everyone started spamming her DeviantArt with, like death threats and all
Oh,
this
yeah,
other
that's what I
weird
heard about
crap.
Okay, now,
Gotcha.
yeah, you see, this is the problem with you guys. No, not you guys specifically, the entire herd. Something goes wrong, you guys get flank hurt, and you start lashing out at people. I mean,
Yeah.
how
it's
appropriate is
bad.
that? I mean,
But-
can you guys just,
Love
like,
and
tone it down
tolerance.
a little?
But that's
Yeah.
kind of in a general statement, though, because I mean, look at the Halo fans and look at all the gamer fans. They're
Oh,
all
yeah,
forged the
I
same
know,
way.
I know. There's so many fan bases like that, but, I mean, if you're gonna, like, and attack people, it doesn't matter if, like, that's what the fan bases do. Sometimes it's still wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
and, like,
Well, I just
honestly,
think it's funny that we
Yeah.
use the mantra of love and tolerance, but when something goes wrong, we completely forget that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
that's true.
okay, yeah, Brony love and tolerance is love and tolerate, but only when, people love and tolerate
We
you.
want
It's-
to.
Yeah, or when you want to. It's like, I totally think
Yeah.
that's
It's a
totally
guideline.
not followed. And yeah.
It's
And, like,
kind of
It's more
Well,
of a
we can't be
guideline.
perfect,
No, nobody can be perfect, but I mean,
I can.
they don't even live up to their credo half the time.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
Okay, and with that, we have one last bit of news, and that's regarding the McDonald's toys. They're still
what?
available. We still don't know who Lily Blossom is, so someone please let us know. And just want to say we were the first ones to report it after we posted our
Oh,
podcast.
shut up.
We got-
Hipsters.
All right, get this. We got a retweet from My Little Pony advertising the toys. They had retweeted somebody else talking about the toys, and that's how they broke the news to the fan base. That McDonald's toys. We had it. We were ready. So booyah. Moving on.
Okay.
All right, and our next section will be led by
Grim Garlic.
Grim Garlic, and it's the episode review. So Grim, take it away.
All right. Well, as we know, this is previously a two-part episode, and we are on part 2. So previously, let's say, Nightmare Moon comes down, and she basically blots out the sun at I think it's the Solstice Festival.
Yep.
I could
Yeah.
be totally, yeah, okay.
Yeah. The summer solstice. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Summer solstice. Okay. Well, anyway, so she flees the castle, and then Twilight, Sparkle, and the rest of the gang research the elements of harmony, which are obviously, for people who've actually seen the show before, is kindness, laughter, generosity, honesty, loyalty, and a mysterious 6th element.
Magic.
Shh. It's mysterious.
Spoilers.
Anyway.
That's pretty much the whole point of the episode review is to talk about the entire episode. So, and if you haven't seen the second episode by now,
And what are you doing on this podcast?
exactly.
That's what I said the first podcast.
I know.
Yeah. So
All right.
anyway.
Go ahead, Grim.
Thank you. The main 6 then travels to the Everfree Forest, and their, I guess, elements actually start to show within themselves. So I'll just go from again. So Ack is obviously honesty by being so honest with Twilight. Fluttershy is kindness because she actually tames a Manticore for taking a sliver out of his paw.
It's a thorn.
Okay, sliver, thorn thing, close enough. Pinkie Pie uses laughter to make things less scary when they go into like the face forest from Wizard of Oz. And then you got Generosity, who I actually got to say I really do love the flamboyant water dragon. I think that was probably the best part of the episode for me.
Steven Magnet.
Yeah, it was awesome. So, and then Rainbow Dash was actually tempted by the shadow bolts.
That was a good scene.
That was a really good scene.
They really played on it well.
Definitely. And then let's see, Rarity, Mirror Dash, and I think that's all the main things.
Yeah,
Now that I think about it.
That's
Oh
it.
wait, Twilight.
Yeah, Twilight at the end.
And forget about that, Twilight. So she
Yeah,
actually,
that wasn't important.
no,
No.
no,
Not like she saved everyone.
no,
No.
of course not. Quite. So with that being said, she actually does save the group by revealing that magic is the final element by confronting Nightmare Moon while she's trying to break open these orbs that has the elements inside them, which obviously not
Magic makes it all complete.
Yeah.
damn straight. So with that, they form into, I think, 4 necklaces and a crown. I don't know what the
Tiara.
tiara.
5 necklaces.
Is it
5.
5?
There's
Yeah.
6 of them.
Ah,
necklace,
you're right.
Necklace.
This is
Necklace.
why-
Big crown thing.
Big crowny thing.
In other news, Grim can count to potato.
That's why I'm an artist, sir. That's why I'm an I can draw potatoes quite well, thank you. Anyway. So once this happens, Princess Celestia actually comes in and says to Nightmare Moon that, you're my sister, let's hug and forget about all this.
And
Like,
manly tears were shed that day.
yes, she is.
I don't even know what that was.
That was me.
I know. What was it you
It was
doing?
awesome.
I was crying.
Oh. Okay then.
So yeah, there's that big sappy part where Luna actually missed her sister a whole lot, and all of a sudden it's all better. 100 years of actually having the moon being taken over and stuff, and it takes only 5 seconds for them to reconcile. That's cool. I wish all fans like that.
Well, they did use the elements of harmony on her, which destroyed the bad part of her. So, of course she was okay again. They took away the part of her that was making her evil and bitter.
Well, yeah, more or less.
Huh, I didn't put it that way when I watched it.
I believe Faust described it as an evil power that came over her, so that power was taken away. Yeah, so it was like something kind of outside of Luna herself. But
it's like they removed an infected mask in Bionicle.
Yes, it's in it. Yeah, she was wearing an dang it.
Gotcha, Choli.
All right, so it's like a possession. Good deal. Okay.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so in the end, Princess Celestia then actually assigns Twilight Sparkle to Ponyville, since she was initially going to go back to I think it was
Camelot.
Yeah, Camelot. Sorry, I was saying Cloudsdale for some reason, but that's totally different.
She can't.
She can't
because
fly.
she's Pegasus and all.
Yeah, she has wings. Anyway, so yeah, the end of the episode is that she gets to stay in Ponyville and be with her friends and report back to Celestia her findings on friendship. So, the end.
The end.
The end.
And that's how Equestria was named. Huh?
Was there any kind of like hidden little things anyone might have missed from this episode?
I don't remember there being anything.
They were really light on references in the first season. In the second season, they started doing it in virtually every single episode. But I don't really think there was much of anything to be noted.
Like I mentioned before, those trees looked straight out of Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, yeah,
that's almost everywhere though. So
yeah, that's kind of a trope. So it's kind of hard to connect that to stuff.
That's true. But,
but it is similar.
That's true. Well, I guess since it is the pilot after all, you're not going to be throwing something totally new and twisted somebody else's way when they're trying to get somebody to pay for it. So by adding those little familiar things, they'll think, oh, it's like that, and this will be good,
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. All right.
So why don't we move on to the character of the cast?
Yeah, why don't we?
All
right.
And that is again with Grim. And who are we talking about today, Grim?
Well, I don't know. Who are we talking about today? Oh, wait, Fluttershy.
Oh.
Our favorite yellow Pegasus.
Hells yeah. All right, sorry. I just zoned out on Fluttershy hearts, but let's go with Fluttershy. Fluttershy is a Pegasus pony and one of the main characters of the main 5, obviously enough.
Main 6.
Shh.
What's wrong with you?
You
he doesn't like rarity. He's in denial.
You can really count the potato.
Yeah.
You can really count the potato. You're really good at that.
Okay, fine. Main 6. Use my image. Okay. Well, anyway, so Fluttershy is normally very timid, shy, and quiet, but she does tend to a lot of animals, and she gets a firecracker up her butt, like in a few episodes where she's actually really outgoing, and it's awesome because it's like, whoa, it's actually awesome,
Yeah, like in Dragon Shy, she's hands on her hips. Now, what do you have to say about yourself?
She made a dragon cry.
But the rainbow one kicked me.
I really like Iron Will there.
Yeah, she showed him up.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't satisfied.
Nobody messes with new Fluttershy.
Flutter bitch returns.
Oh gosh.
Alrighty then.
All right. Back to Fluttershy. What is actually about her that we should know?
Well, let's see. Obviously, that she's the best pony. But,
No, she's Grant. Oh my God! Don't even start with me.
Hey, that's an objective fact.
How about this? Let's go into the development of how she was actually created by Lauren Faust.
There we go.
Oh, cool.
Because that would be quite interesting for people who don't quite know where she's from, since this is Lauren Faust's show that has new ponies and all that jazz. So, let's see. She was actually similar to a 1980s character called Posey. Actually, when they were creating her, she was also named as Pony in her code name phase. Let's see. Her cutie mark, the 3 pink and cyan butterflies, is similar to the Generation 2 pony Sky Skimmer. So they kind of blended in Posey and Sky Skimmer into one awesome, fantastic pony.
Yes.
You're going to love me.
Yes.
She also bears a striking resemblance to a Generation 1 flutter pony, which were these ponies with little like butterfly wings called Rose Dust. Same colors, same color hair.
Yep.
Yeah,
Almost a close similarity in personality, too.
Cotton here has been a fan of the My Little Pony series since Gen 1. So.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, she's a major hipster.
I know.
Wow, that's...
Now,
I have nothing else to say now.
the name Fluttershy also came from Generation 3, correct?
Right, her name was actually from a previous Earth pony.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. No, wait. I thought the G3 Fluttershy was a Pegasus. I'm looking for that. I can't find it.
Nope, right here. It's on the wiki.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Previous generation
I can't
Earth
find
pony.
it in my files.
Yeah, but oddly enough, the previous generation one was actually a photography enthusiast, which Fluttershy obviously is not in this one.
Yeah, basically they
Right.
took some old characters, blended them with new names, and blah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
All right.
Yay.
So
That was really good.
That was really good. So let's see. Let's do the first appearance of her actually then. So when she was first introduced in the series, she barely manages to tell Twilight Sparkle her name out of her shyness. But when she notices Spike, she goes ballistic, saying, "Oh my gosh, this is the first pony I've ever seen!" Or the dragon. Wow.
I never met a baby dragon before.
Yeah, she's never met a dragon before, and she just flips out because she's in love with animals.
Yep.
And let's see, in episodes later on, it actually shows that she was a Pegasus that was picked on when she was a little Pegasus, and she fell to Earth. And I think it was, if I remember correctly, that butterflies actually caught her, and she fell in
Butterflies
love
of
with
dark
nature.
Yep. The dark
Yeah.
matter butterfly saved her.
Yep.
You're gonna have to quote that physics guy again. Aren't
Don't worry,
Oh.
I will.
Okay.
So how could we fix this? The butterflies could have been made of dark matter and may have enough mass to push her up with just a small acceleration.
Now she lives in a cottage on Earth instead of living in Cloudsdale, where I can only assume that like Rainbow Dash and the rest of the Pegasi live.
Rainbow Dash, I
Oh,
believe.
Rainbow Dash has her own cloud house
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
does
it's
she?
kind of outside of Cloudsdale, but like similar
over
in concept.
Ponyville.
Yeah,
Oh.
she made it huge just to show off.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
a
you know, she is a
castle.
show off.
Yeah, she can make her own house. She even redesigned it.
Interesting. Well, she is incredibly good at sewing, so.
Well,
I mean,
who,
it's-
Rainbow Dash?
Yeah.
Fluttershy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Fluttershy.
Fluttershy is the one that's good at sewing.
She got the bee knowledge.
Rainbow Dash can't sew with a crap. She can fly real
She
fast.
probably doesn't have the patience.
Okay, so we did the first appearance. So, well, obviously she can fly, and obviously she has great sewing skills. It's actually rivaling Rarity's, since she was, Rarity is the main seamstress in the town.
Designer.
Yeah.
Designer, seamstress, I'll lump them all together just because I can. But yeah, she's actually she met Rainbow Dash first, so they've been besties since they were little, and everything else just kind of came in later on, which probably should be a pretty decent fact to know about that.
Mm.
And then she has this. Oh, I saw this meme of Fluttershy, the vampire hunter. It was awesome. It had Spike in the Spike uniform and Angel, her bunny, which I'm getting to now, in Angel's getup. But anyway, Angel is Fluttershy's pet, which is a bunny who can tend to be really picky, especially like in putting your hoof down.
Yeah. If only he would have eaten that food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there went the episode then, so
No.
Angel's a mean little bunny.
yeah. It's got a toot on him.
Not sure if Fluttershy needs to be more assertive or Angel needs to be less of a dick.
Yeah.
Probably Angel just needs to be less of a dick.
Yeah.
I would have slapped that little bunny.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
And I love animals.
But yeah,
Now we're gonna get a call from Animal Protection Agency
PETA.
or something. Yeah.
I don't own
PETA.
any bunnies, so I don't got any bunnies to slap around.
It's okay. They do it in Raving Rabbits all the time. But yeah. Other than that, she's basically been the main like animal wrangler for the group.
Wrangler.
So, but yeah, that's Fluttershy in a nutshell. Just actually, that'd probably be a good place for her to hide, just like the tree in that one episode.
She finally became a tree.
Yeah.
It's canon.
Her dreams have become true.
I know, how sweet.
I know.
All right, so the stare.
The stare.
Oh right, the stare. So
Stairmaster is actually probably my favorite episode.
It's all right.
Yeah, you know, he just showed Fluttershy just being awesome. I mean, like,
Oh,
All right, so does anyone have any favorite Fluttershy moments or quotes?
bear wrestling, bear wrestling.
I don't know. I can't think of my favorite quote, and this makes me sad because I know it's there. It's there somewhere.
it's yay.
No.
This is a
Oh, there we go. My favorite quote is when she's talking to Discord, and Discord's trying to make her feel bad, and she goes,
Not at all. I am weak and helpless, and I appreciate their understanding.
That's awesome.
You're going to love me!
Going to love me!
Yeah. But yeah. Anybody else?
I really like her episode where she does some modeling.
Yeah,
Episode
was a
20.
good one.
No, 20. 20.
But so why don't you say we just move on to the song session with Cotton?
Is that the next session?
Yeah.
Should be.
Then yes, we should. Cotton, take it away.
All right. For the song session, I was going to talk about Equestria Girls.
Ooh, this is my jam! There is a place where the grass is what's for dinner. Every pony, charmed, fun and wild. There must be something in the water. Spin rainbow juice, talking elements of harmony. Our bronies hang out too.
Come on, bronies.
'Cause they know we're awesome fillies.
Come on, every pony.
Equestria Girls is done with a BPM of 125.26, not just 125.
Oh, you know what?
A little bit of background for everybody. Will bet Cotton that he couldn't find the BPM on the internet because she had to she claimed she couldn't find it, so she had to put it through music software. And Will tried to prove her wrong. He said, "Look, I found it right here, but it didn't have the .26 or whatever." So
It's good
yeah,
enough.
they fought about it for 30 minutes.
Wow.
And he's still wrong.
And I'm still right. Whatever.
Anyways, Equestria Girls was a promotional video by the Hub, and it kind of confused a lot of people when they first saw it. We kind of thought it was a fan-made video. It seems like something that our fan base would do.
Oh yeah.
And it's, of course, a parody of Katy Perry's song, California Girls. Anyways, Equestria Girls first appeared on the Hub on May 24th, 2011, and it was only 30 seconds the first time. So it only had the chorus of the song. But we later got an extended version on May 27th, and it was Equestria Daily who first started giving it around and showing people it existed. And that's when we started realizing that the Hub and Hasbro did know we existed. Because part of the lyrics is when they call out and make a shout out to their bronies.
And my little heart melted.
Yes, they say our bronies hang out too because they know we're awesome fillies.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even better than that, we get a reference to DJ Pwn 3.
Yep.
Woo!
Not Final Scratch. I'm sorry.
Nope.
No,
Not Final
we
Scratch.
can get on that later.
Oh, I was gonna derail you here, but okay.
But the first full version of the whole song being shown on TV was on Saturday, May 28th, during the first commercial break of the Garfield movie.
Oh gosh.
Kind of an odd place to put it in, Equestria Girls is also sung by Pinkie Pie's singing voice, Shannon Chan Kent. Not only does she do the singing voice for Pinkie Pie, but she also does voices for Death Note. She does voices for Mobile Suit Gundam.
Oh my god.
What did she do in Death Note?
She does Misa Amane.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one that like
they have singing in
light
Death
trips
Note?
That's
into
the
like
girl.
falling?
I don't know.
Misa's the blonde girl in Death Note.
Oh yeah, the one who's
Yeah,
obsessed
Misa.
with light.
Yeah, the crazy one.
But she
It,
also,
it makes sense that she had voiced Pinkie Pie if she voiced another crazy person.
well, she doesn't voice Pinkie Pie. She is
Well,
only
she
the
sings.
singing voice.
Jeez.
Well,
on,
that's very
Canadian.
important because the person that does Pinkie Pie, how do you think she's going to feel if everybody thinks that that girl is Pinkie Pie?
Yeah, I know.
That's
I'm
true.
sorry.
So who is the speaking voice of Pinkie Pie then?
Andrea Libman.
There we go.
There you go.
Lib-
That sounds
Libman.
right.
There we go. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to have the names thrown out the same breath so we don't, anybody.
Yeah, we only get
Anyway.
comments for not remembering it.
Yeah.
But it's a fun song,
Oh well.
and the parody is, I think, 10 times, at least 100 times actually, better than the original.
But with that said, anything would be better than the original.
Yes.
Just about, yeah.
Except for Star-Lord. Stop messing with my childhood, George Lucas!
Yeah, or
I feel better
Michael
now.
Michael Bay's new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No,
They are not
Oh.
from
Teenage
space.
Alien Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Now they're not even mutants; they're aliens.
I know.
Anyways,
Rage here.
bringing this back to me. Going by music-wise, it has a good beat. The syncing is good. It's coherent. It flows. The structure is fine, and it successfully parodies California Girls without taking too much of the actual song away, but still making it its own song.
So I guess the question would be for everyone else here: what famous song would you like to see ponyfied?
I don't know. I think you could do a cool music video with Rocky Like a Hurricane for Hurricane Fluttershy or something.
All right, that'd be kind of cool.
But I want to see a PMV of The Meaning of Life Disturbed for Cupcakes. So all you Roni guys out there who make the PMVs, that's what I want to see.
Dun dun.
Oh boy.
I've been kind of thinking with like the Pinkie Pie Portal like mashups are doing all the time now. I kind of want to see like the ending Portal theme like still alive with Pinkie Pie or something
Oh,
like
there
that.
you go. That would
That'd
be
be pretty cool. Or even like what was it? Want You Gone from Portal 2. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I think I actually like that one more than I like the Still Alive.
really.
I agree. He's had more time to ruminate, I guess, with Portal stuff. So Still Alive looks, yeah.
Right.
I actually prefer Still Alive, but I might do
Still
it because
Alive.
I'm just used to it. One You Gone is a good song, but yeah, whatever.
I'm a big Joko fan, so I listen to all of his stuff. Yeah,
Oh wait!
All the stuff.
I just thought of the song I would want to hear. It might be like Music Suicide because there's just some songs you don't mess with, like Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Well, get to the point.
Applejack in like very traditional country style with doing a parody of Sweet Home Alabama, but Sweet Apple Acres instead.
That gave me an idea,
That's not bad.
but completely different. All right, well, well, you said Applejack and then country, and the first thing I actually thought of for some reason was Amish Paradise, which is already
Yes.
a parody
Oh, no.
of Gangster Paradise. Why not have another parody of a parody?
Yo, dog.
I could
Like-
call it
Stop
Pony
that.
Paradise.
Well, if you can do that, why not just do White and Pony?
Hey, that'd be pretty good too.
Don't want to be an equestrian.
See, look, we're on the ball now.
Like we
Yeah.
All
said,
they have to
Scooter.
do is finish it.
There you go.
So for our next From the Fandom section, if you write any one of those parodies we just mentioned, automatic inclusion.
Yeah.
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 And speaking of From the Fandom, you guys want to wrap this up and move on?
Sure.
Any last thoughts on Equestria Girls?
Not much more to say. It was a
Thing
good
part.
video. When we found out about it, a lot of people thought it was fan made. Turns out it's not.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty impressive that they were able to put together something that appealed to a large fan base outside
Right.
of the demographic. That was just pretty impressive.
Do you think
And the
Katy
most-
Perry knows about it?
I'm sure. She
Duh.
does.
Do you think
I'm sure they
how-
had to get permission from her or something.
Or at least the
And of
label.
course,
Yeah.
the most important thing about our Equestria Girl song
Is it
are the
better?
shout outs.
Yeah, that
It's
was
better.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the most significant thing here.
That is the most significant thing about the song is that we got some recognition.
Yep,
Woo!
I know
We're
my
not
little heart
completely
melted.
irrelevant and weird.
Being normal is overrated.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so with that, we'll bring the song sessions to the close and move on to, I think this is my favorite section, section all about you guys, the listeners and the fans from the fandom. And again, that's being led by Mr. A. Canadian.
Hello.
Canadian, what do we got today?
You, I can't eat all these apples.
The dot move movies. Yeah.
Boy, let me
Yeah,
tell you,
I went there.
sure do
I love
Yep.
those things. They are so funny. Hey, stay out my shed.
Stay out of my shed.
Yeah.
So basically you're saying we went from last week something demented, twisted, and violent to just something demented and twisted.
Yes.
And violent.
Yeah, and violent.
But in case of shed.
Yeah, just a
Well,
little.
And in the dress dot move, where you got Discord crushing all the townsfolk and people.
That's true. They already had slaves at that point.
No, they were her family.
Uh-huh.
30 illegal immigrants.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, that's a series put on by this guy on YouTube. It's just there's apples.mov, dress.mov, and shed.mov, and they're basically you take My Little Pony,
And
you make it as twisted as you can, and get really, really high to come up with the script, and that's how these videos were created.
yeah,
Oh,
Yep.
the maker is Hot Diggity Demon.
That's his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They do-
He's
they do-
also coming out with the Magic Dot Mauve
yeah,
soon.
which I can't wait for.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do a bunch of of the animation, and they're all kind of the same genre of animation, just creepy, demented, and stuff like that. And it's just, I gotta say, my favorite was probably Shed Dot Move.
Yeah.
Just when they go and have the flashback.
Yo, I'm bored. You wanna go hang out with Fluttershy?
Okay.
Take that, you stupid. Yeah, welcome to Ponyville. Bada boom. Good one, guys. You really got me. Stay out of my shed, okay?
They start beating the crap out of her. I'm like, oh my god, this is awful and funny at the same time. They're like, welcome to Ponyville. Bada boom.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, for our younger viewers, it is like
Really graphic.
really graphic and foul language, so you probably won't be able to access them unless you're over 17.
Yeah. Wait, let me check
Hopefully.
if that's. Is it filtered on the YouTube?
It should be.
It should
Oh, let
be.
me
If
check,
it's
because
not,
those
it's
things are
going to
never
be.
consistent.
I have no idea because I'm over 18, so YouTube
Yeah.
doesn't warn me about that.
Actually, you can still view it. Let me
Yo,
check.
Applejack.
Ouch.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say.
Alright.
So yeah, it's actually not censored. Wow.
Oh,
But-
wow.
Well, we're gonna
Well,
do-
it's going to be. So
Yeah.
hurry up, little kitties, and go and
Yeah,
watch
you're gonna
that.
be
Then you
fine.
can
Yeah.
tell your
Oh,
mom and dad
yeah.
all the lovely new
Yeah, we're gonna be completely liable for any lawsuits that happen out of that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, what you say?
No.
buddy?
But yeah, Apple.move was the first one out, and then came Dress.move, and then Shed, and then I can't wait for the new one, Magic. It's for Twilight Sparkle.
Yep.
It's just I just love Spike.
Applejack. You crazy dude.
I love Spike. He's just such a stoner.
Yeah.
It's like just sitting on Twilight's back, just all of a sudden takes out a bong and starts smoking out of it. It's the greatest thing ever.
There's a great comment on one of the videos saying is like, why do I think that Spike is supposed to be the personification of the writer of the show?
Because he probably is.
Well, okay, so then another funny thing is there is like kind of a little like spin-off video of these made by the same guy, and it's at like one of the big brony conferences or whatever, and they have a bunch of the cast members up there, and they get the voice actress of Applejack to say the line.
Oh, wow.
Forget you. I can eat all these apples.
And then then it goes back to the animation. Just there, Applejack holding a baseball bat, just smacking it against her hand.
That's my line.
So yeah, Apples. It's random and crazy and vulgar, and if you're of age, you should go check it out.
Yeah, yeah, it's the best thing ever. It's so funny.
I personally am a little hard on the series. I mean, it's just so like kind of feels like so dumb to me. I'm like, why is this like why should this be funny? But like at the same time, it's like for appreciating for what it is, it actually is pretty good. So like,
Apple.mov is pretty out there, so it's not for everyone. There's gonna be a lot of people that really don't like it.
Yeah.
You have to have a kind of warped sense of humor.
yeah.
Like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you can laugh at death, you can laugh at this.
laugh at anything.
Basically,
no way.
No way, she's thinking the same thing, you crazy.
you're gonna get a wicked bad tummy ache.
No way, just said that.
Yeah.
Dude, Applejack,
how they
you're
like
so
change
crazy,
that.
dude.
You crazy.
Go, Applejack, go!
Go, Applejack, go!
Love that part. Oh, it's one
Okay,
of the
all right.
greatest.
So what else we got in the from the fandom section that people can
Uh,
actually read and not go crazy over?
Well, we got 2 fanfics here today. They were actually sent in. So I say that everybody needs to just send in everything. Send all the things. Please, we'll even put pictures on here. We don't care. We'll do anything to get views. But yeah, so we got 2 fanfics here. We got The Case of the Missing Pony, written by iBrony user FunkyTown.
What
Uh,
you take me to?
Funky
Town?
Yeah.
There it is. What? That's it. That's a Funky Town theme. Do 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 do.
Yeah, and but basically Rarity goes missing.
And it's gone.
Yeah, so she goes missing. She's working really late.
Dave's
And
not here, man.
Who is it again, man?
Dave!
Dave's not here, man.
Let me try. Hey, Laird, it's me, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry, man, come in. Oh, who's this guy?
Dave?
Oh, Dave's not here, man.
but she's working from the boutique and she's walking home, which I always thought she lived at the boutique. But
I
I
thought
guess
she did too.
yeah, I don't know. Like, not in this fanfic.
Well, that's okay. I mean, maybe
It's a-
she has a vacation house.
Maybe. But so yeah, she was walking home late at night, and she starts screaming. She just screams unbelievably loud because she gets abducted by some mystery pony. And
Who's not Pinkie Pie? Don't worry, this isn't a cupcake spinoff. We're done with cupcakes now. Okay, Will.
That's fine.
Story, plot, details, focus.
focus on what?
The
Oh,
fanfic.
plot.
oh, fanfic. Okay, I thought we were talking about cupcakes here. No.
Rarity's gone missing.
Rarity's gone. Thank you. I gotta use my words. I'm not very good at that. But Rarity goes missing. Sweetie Belle hears the scream. So does Fluttershy, and they meet at the boutique. And they're freaking out. Sweetie Belle's crying, and that's always a sad time. And they go to the police. And this is the first time that I've ever actually heard of police in Ponyville. And that's amazing. And I'm like, oh my god, since when were there police? Why would My Little Ponies need
Run to the
police?
police.
Yeah, they go to the police. It's not finished yet, but they infer that someone is trying to assassinate Rarity, and they're just like freaking out. Who would want to assassinate Rarity?
The
And-
Diamond
No,
Dogs.
wait.
Yeah.
If you're trying to assassinate somebody, you don't kidnap them and
Well,
then
see-
do it. You just
See,
do it.
what I'm thinking is that maybe the assassin is hired, like is a hired hand, and is abducting this pony, so another pony can, torture her to death. Just a thought.
I,
Here's the-
Or,
I'm gonna
don't-
throw out Diamond Dogs and see if they make an appearance.
Maybe.
They don't
Yeah,
like
That's a very
Rarity.
good point. I completely forgotten about them. So
Yeah.
good pickup, Choli.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Wait,
Maybe you
that
should
was
like
me?
That was
fanfics.
me.
That was me.
I will destroy you.
I thought he said it first, and then you were just kind of going off of his thought.
Battle Cotton activate.
Don't do it.
Yeah, and basically the cops are asking Fluttershy, any pony have a reason to hurt Rarity? And she stutters for a second, and like it's obvious that she could say yes, but she says no.
Hey, stay out of my shit!
Back to the dot moves. Yeah, and it's obvious that there's a dark side to Rarity here.
Slaves.
Yep, the slaves. That's how she makes all of her dresses so fast.
Yeah.
But anyway, Colt Phelps is the main character. He's a cop. I really hope he turns out to be like Irish or something.
Let's see.
just a stereotypical Irish cop. That's pretty much it about that one. It's not finished yet, so, and yeah, it's interesting.
The last fanfic.
The mayor with the rose eyes. It's
Everyone, just hold your comments until he finishes the discussion, please, because I know we have a lot to talk about on that.
It's
that very clear in the pre-show.
There's a pre-show?
That was all the talking we did before we actually started.
Oh, I thought it was just screwing around. Never mind.
Well, yeah. Screw around, whatever you want to call it. Anyway.
The mayor with rose eyes. This is a shipping fic. And to be honest, I've never read a ship fic before. And I'm
not one for boats either, but yeah.
Shut up. Okay, it's a relationship fiction. Mr. Technicality Pants. Anywho, like I thought you were supposed to disdain your comments.
Okay, I'm done. I'm muting my mic. Everybody mute your mics.
Or don't. I don't really care. But anyway, it's a shipping fic between an original character pony named Lightning Blitz and Rainbow Dash. So that's kind of interesting. And I don't know. I personally, I've never read a shipping fic before, so I didn't really know what to expect. I kind of thought it was going to be a clop fiction, and I was like, oh dear God, this is going to be like the worst thing ever. But no, I really love it. It's a good fiction. It starts out where Lightning Blitz, he's the original character. He lives way off in some sort of Neverland, it seems like. And
they're ignorant. That's why he left. They're all ignorant.
They're all ignorant. Yeah. Woo. And he decides, oh, I'm gonna go check out Cloudsdale now. So he flies to Cloudsdale and he ends up literally running into Rainbow Dash, like how Rainbow Dash just totally knocked over Twilight in the first episode. And they start talking and they have a race. And since Lightning Blitz doesn't really fly that much anymore, he gets destroyed. Well, not really destroyed, but he loses because Rainbow Dash is the fastest ever. But yeah, it's decent. I like it a lot. They hang out, they chill, they go to a restaurant that Applejack now owns, and I don't know, they just hit it off really well. And at the end, Rainbow Dash is like, well, do you have a place to live for now? And he's like, no, I'll just get a hotel or something. And she offers to let him stay on the couch, and that's pretty much where it ends. So now you can put your inputs in here, because...
Do you know that if it's a continuing story, will there be part twos? And
it will be a continuing story, yes.
Does anybody know if this Lightning Blitz guy is just an OC or a Pony Sona? I'm just curious.
It might be a Pony Sona.
I hope it's not a Pony Sona. I know a
what
few people
exactly
who
is the
ship
difference
themselves.
between?
Yeah.
Well, no. An OC and a Pony Sona. What really makes the big difference? Because to me, usually your OC is yourself to a point. The first one you make is usually somewhat you put yourself into it.
Yeah, that's often the case, but people often create characters completely unrelated to themselves. So, I'm not really sure. I'm not trying to judge the author here, but might personally know a few people who do that. Take their Pony-Sona and ship it with a character in the series, and it gets really creepy. But I don't think that's the case here. I'm just curious.
Some of those even go
Usually,
beyond
though,
PG-13.
Yeah.
if most people are, if they make a lot of OCs, those are the type of people that usually are going to write a story, not fan fiction.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really got a chance to ask him.
Well, to an extent, though, like anytime a person creates a character, they put like a little bit of themselves in it. And
Right.
But
like,
as for all you fan fiction writers out there, never ever put yourself in a story. It's always a bad move. Only one person in the history of writing was able to do that, and that was J.K. Rowling. She said that Hermione Hermione
she couldn't
was
do it either because her books weren't all. I'm sorry.
Harry Potter
Nerd
series,
rage.
like only one of the most successful books of all time.
Oh, okay. Well, then does that make Twilight a good book? Because
No,
it
no,
is
no, no.
one of the most
Yeah.
successful.
Oh boy, here we go.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that like she's the only person who did it that didn't create a huge mass of people who hate her guts. Because while Twilight was very successful, it also is kind of a
really bad.
Yeah. No, because what I'm saying is that she said like when she came up with the concept of Hermione, that's exactly how she was like in school. She was the little know-it-all nerdy girl off to the side.
But she at least differentiated the character from herself, and she did not make herself the main character.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
those are good points there.
And she did not even make herself exactly the love interest of the story.
No,
That's true. But I'm saying like that's the only known instance I know of a writer like doing a self-insertion and having really well. The only other one I could think of was Harper Lee in To Kill a Mockingbird, because she says that Scout is really heavily based off of her, and then her little friend in the book, not her brother, what's his name? I can't even remember because I haven't read the book in such a long time. Is based off of Truman Capote. So.
Right. Well, okay, let me say as a writer, it's not bad to base things off of yourself or your real life experiences. In fact, it's really good to base your stories off of things you know about and people you know about.
Well, that's actually a really good thing to do. I was more specifically referring to something that's actually supposed to be representing yourself specifically.
Yeah, you do not want to
the representation of yourself. That's what I meant.
You don't want to put yourself in the story and make everything happy dandy and follow one you to live out your fantasy.
That doesn't appeal to anyone but yourself, and I don't think that was the case for this story.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
So at the end, moral of the story is don't ship yourself with the main 6 characters because that's just creepy.
I don't know. I really like this one though. I mean,
don't ship yourself.
Yeah. Well, I know.
Original characters fine. Yourself, no.
Like what I'm saying though is if this is a Pony-Sana, like a real Pony-Sana, it doesn't come across as that. So
and hopefully it will not begin to.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't begin to, because I actually really like this ship fic, and I actually can't wait to see how it ends.
All right. And of course, as with always, guys, we'll have all of our links and stuff in the link dump at the bottom of the description, so we'll get you links to those so you can go read them for yourself.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
All right. And I think that's all we really have to say from the fandom section. So
that's it, really.
Yeah, that's really it. So we're just gonna close up here. Again, we want to thank everyone.
Let's end off with a poll.
We'll end off with a poll. Just let me get these few couple things out of the way. We want to thank everybody who reviewed the podcast and has been showing our support. Last time I checked, we had about 250 views on episode 1, which more than I thought we were gonna get. I would have been happy if we got 100 or so. So thank you to everyone who watched it, shared it, and spread the word. And please keep those reviews coming and keep the from the fandom submissions coming. Don't forget you can request intro and outro songs as well. And character of the cast suggestions too. We are very open to those. All right. So please get a hold of us. We'll also have all of our personal information at the end of the podcast here. We're not going to go through all that. But for those of you who can't get enough ponies in your life, A Kanadian has his own show. It's a featured iBrony User of the Week show.
Yeah.
If you'd like to be a part of that, just get a hold of him, and he will set that up with you.
But you have to be on iBrony.com.
Yes, you have to be. It's iBrony users only. So if you want to be on the show, gotta have an iBrony account. Who'd you cover for this week, Will?
I covered PTOR987. He was really fun to talk to. So.
And you did a really good job. Like
He
edited.
did, yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking to you. You edited that whole thing yourself. I mean, I don't know how we exported it differently, but it actually came out at a decent quality and it wasn't like flickering around the background and stuff. So.
Because I'm awesome.
No, you're not, dude. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Also, he doesn't.
Don't even. Oh my God,
He doesn't have a name for the show yet.
I'm gonna fight you.
Basically, it's just
I'm gonna fight you after the show.
Bring it.
Canadian doesn't have a name for the show, so if you have an idea, you can send that to us. I personally, I like the Bronies Corral. I think that's a great name.
I actually got someone to comment and they said, "How about the herd's finest?" I really like that. The herd's
That's not bad.
So we have the Bronies Corral, the Herd's Finest, and why don't we take, if we get one more name, we'll throw up a poll. How's that sound?
Well, I'm gonna throw up a poll anyway.
Well, that's what I mean. It's just as soon as we get one more name, we'll throw up a poll. And,
Oh, okay.
we'll have you guys vote on it.
Yeah, and that's just gonna be out whenever I kind of get around to it, as I work a lot and things.
We'll try to do
I
it
have
once a
school.
week. I'll try to push it and do it. And we'll do it once a week, or I'll fill in whatever.
No, it's my show. You can't fill in.
Okay, fine then. Well, maybe you can have me on the show then.
Well, I'm not gonna have you on the show because you don't watch ponies enough.
Oh, fine. I'll watch all the episodes. Then can I be on the show?
Yes.
Are you making that a criteria now, Will? Do we have to
Yes.
like watch all
Yes,
the episodes
do it.
on the show?
Everybody needs to watch the show.
Okay, fine.
Maybe it's a Minnesota only show.
No, I don't think it's Minnesota only.
Okay.
Well, I think it's ready to sign off, guys. So for the Brotherhood of Bronies podcast, this is Flameburst.
I'm a Canadian.
I'm Cotton Kiki.
I'm Grim Garlic.
And Julie?
Joining us today again from the BS01 podcast. So
Ah,
take care,
The
everybody.
bullshit 01.
And we'll see you next time. Brohoof.
Bro.
Bro.
Ooh, this is my jam. There is a place where the grass is what's for dinner. Every pony. Charmed, fun and wild. Yeehaw! There must be something in the water. Spin rainbow juice, talking elements of harmony. Our bronies hang out too.
Come on, bronies.
'Cause they know we're awesome Phillies.
Come on, every pony.
You could travel the world, but no one can groove like the girls with the hooves. Once you party with ponies, you'll be seeing rainbows. Ooh, ooh. Equestria girls, we're kind of magical. Boots on hooves, bikinis on top. Furry coats so cute, will blow your mind. Equestria girls, we're pony fabulous. Fast, fine, fierce, we trot till we drop. Cutie marks represent, now put your hooves up.
Your moves in the air. Break it down, DJ Pone 3. These are the ponies I love the most. I wish you could all be equestrian girls.